White privilege is a lie. It's a hoax. It's a propaganda created by the woke left. So the entire ideology of white privilege states that all white people are privileged. So are you telling me that LeBron James Jr., who is the son of a billionaire and lives in a $100 million mansion in Bel Air, so a homeless white guy has more privilege than LeBron James Jr.? Are you telling me that a 13-year-old girl that was sold into a sex trafficking in Romania, and then she was transported to some red light district in Amsterdam, now is forced to work as a sex slave for the rest of her life? Are you telling me that she has more privilege than Beyonce, who is married to a billionaire? Is that what you're telling me? Do you not see the insanity in all of this? Listen very carefully. Let me tell you what true privilege is. If you grew up in a normal functioning two-parent household, and every day as you came back from school and dinner was ready on the table for you, either your dad or your mom could help you with your schoolwork. They asked you how your day was going. They set money aside as you're growing up in order to pay for your college or university or trade school education. They taught their sons how to be a man growing up, and they taught their daughters how to be a woman. If you had that growing up, that's all the privilege you will need in this world. I do agree that very few black people, especially living in America, have this kind of privilege. So this entire structure of the complete breakdown of the black nuclear family, this all started with feminism. White people started this. As I've mentioned before, I grew up in a family with over 20 divorces. Ladies, you're all being lied to. You're being told that, feel empowered. You're gonna feel so much happier. The grass is always greener on the other side. Look at what happened to my mom. Her first marriage, that was her longest marriage, lasted for eight years. She's had dozens of relationships since. She's been married 6 times in total. Everyone got worse and worse and worse. And look at what happened to my older sister as my mama filed for divorce. She instantly became a hoe. She dropped out of school. She got passed around by a bunch of guys. And now she's been divorced twice. She's a single mom. She just recently forced her ex-husband into suicide. Nothing good comes out of this. See, black families on average in America, this is under the Jim Crow. This is when you were really, really oppressed. But back then, an average black family had more wealth than versus they did today in 2023. Do you know what happened? Back then, every single black family was nuclear. There was no such thing as a single mother home. There's no such thing as giving birth to a baby out of wedlock. There's no such thing as getting an abortion in black families. But look at what happened since the 1970s. Third wave of feminism came along. And you tell black women that it's liberating to just sleep around, to get knocked up, to go and get abortions. Do you know who is most likely to get an abortion in America? It's black women. Roughly 40% of the abortions in America today are done by a black woman, even though black population makes up roughly 13% of the US population. That's more than 3 times the average. There's nothing empowering about it. I'm going to end the abortion right now, ladies, with the exception of rape, which is you're looking at 0.01% of the time. That is all on you. As I mentioned before, a very small percentage of men is sleeping around with all the women. You're choosing all the bad boys. You want to sleep around with NBA players. You want to sleep around with NFL linebackers. You want to sleep with comedians, actors, some guy that rode into town on a bicycle, maybe a local musician, some social media influencer. I'll say it again, okay? Over 50% of the male population is single, okay? 50 to 60% of men worldwide are virgins into their 30s. But you never look at those guys. You only choose those guys that will never commit to you. There are at least, that's from what I can find, there are 41 different methods of birth control for women. You could ask a guy to wear a condom, which is 97% effective. And even if he doesn't have a condom, you can ask him to pull out. Even that's over 80% effective. If nothing else works, right? You can just choose to keep your legs closed. But you made that choice. You made the conscious choice. And you probably just didn't do it once. It's extremely unlikely, even if you have unprotected sex, to get pregnant from just one time. You did it 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 times. And then you get pregnant, and then you want to shift the blame to everybody else. If anybody says anything, you says, my body, my choice. There's nothing empowering about it. In fact, what if I told you that feminism is white supremacy? 99% of the things that happened to black Americans was because society believed the lies being told by a white woman. Look at what happened to the 14-year-old Emmett Till. Feminism is an extremely dangerous concept, and you really shouldn't be messing around with it. Nothing good has come out of this. In fact, if you look at which ethnic group makes the most money in America right now, it's not white people, it's Asians. What do you know why? Well, for now, this is rapidly changing. As I mentioned before, China's divorce rate is over 50% now. But because the entire structure of the Asian heritage, Asian traditions, Asian history is structured around the nuclear family. You're supposed to respect your parents. You're supposed to respect your elders. You have a devotion to your family. Go out there, go study hard, get a high-paying job, find a partner, get married, have children. That is your devotion to your family. It's been passed down for thousands of years. If you really want to fix the issue in the black community, start thinking about school choices. Start thinking about why 71% of black children are dropping out of school. Why are 72% of black children today born out of wedlock? Why are there 400,000 black babies getting aborted by black women every single year? Start thinking about black culture. Is it really empowering for a black guy to be have his pants pulled all the way down, to be wearing a do-rag, to be rapping about the N-word, to call women the W word, to call women the B word? Is it really empowering for a single black woman to be sleeping around with 50 other guys, letting them doing it bareback, doing it raw, without any protection, without any kind of commitment? Is that really empowering? If you really want to fix the issue, you have to start there.